all my people out there, it's your boy Big Truck. You already know what time it is, and you know how we do. So it's time. It's really time. I'm so thankful, honored to be here with you on this day, looking at some things, looking into some things, listening to some things, and there's a lot of stuff going on. Really stuff going on. And we have to pay attention. We have to pay attention. We have to pay attention to the things that are out there. And when we're paying attention to those things that are out there, we we do what we do. So, with that being said, excuse me for a minute, making sure everything is going on here, making sure all my T's are crossed and my I's are dotted. So, without further ado, we're gonna dive into this. Y'all know how we do when you talk about these elections. We talk about what's going on. Shout out to each and every content creator, doing the stories and doing their research, getting their grind on, and all of that good stuff. Because it's rough out here in these streets. It's really rough. It's really rough. Gotta love mushroom coffee. Hug your loved ones. Tell them you love them. If you have unfinished business with your past, get that done too. It's rough. Keeping everybody in prayer. Vote for whoever you want to vote for. Y'all see on the screen how we're going to dive into this thing. There's no color lines here. It's all love at the King's table. I want you to know that. It's not about picking sides. We all going to agree to disagree. That don't mean we go hate on each other or we throw shade on each other, because our views are different. Grab your shoulder pads and your helmet. Peep this out.
The former First Lady delivered a powerful message on women's rights.
To think that the men that we love could be either unaware or indifferent to our plight is simply heartbreaking. It is a sad statement about our value as women in this world. So fellas, before you cast your votes, ask yourselves, what side of history do you want to be on?
Joining me now, Susan Del Percio, Republican strategist and an MSNBC political analyst, and Christina Greer, associate professor of political science at Fordham University and author of Black Ethnics, Race, Immigration, and the Pursuit of the American Dream. Susan, Christina, thank you very much for being here. I would love to get both of you to react to former First Lady Michelle Obama's and her emphatic speech.
Y'all see where this is going, right? Like, literally, y'all see where this is going. For her to say what she said and how she said it. The Democrats, they shaking in their boots. Ladies and gentlemen, they shaking. They worried. They are worried. What's really going on? like that song from Marvin Gaye. What's really going on? What's going on? Because they losing. See? And you gonna hear how they twist this thing around. How they make Trump look like the bad guy. Watch. You hear?
There in Michigan. Christina, you go first.
Well, the former First Lady continues to be just a fantastic surrogate. She can articulate just right laser focus as to what the problem is with the larger Donald Trump rhetoric, and never making it a problem about Americans or America. Really, as many black female politicians have done, serving as the canary in the mine to warn what's ahead, and also simultaneously inspiring hope while she does it. And so she's been a fantastic surrogate for the vice president, and hopefully this message is getting through, not just to inspire people to turn out, but to make sure that everyone in their network does so as well.
What is she really meaning by that? What is she really trying to say? Because we've all heard this before. You ask Kamala Harris questions, the word salad, she never gives you an answer. They're coming out with the big guns. Trying to get that black vote. What is so important about the black vote that they need? They try to replace the black votes with the migrants. That backfired. Because now they're catching on. People are catching on. And shout out to the brothers and sisters that have been doing their research on this thing during this whole time. They've been researching and checking it out and fact checking and everything. Pray for Candace Owens, because she opened up the door for the research to take place. She opened up the doors for the truth to be exposed. You see? The lies that they tell. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And look at the Democrats now. During this election season, they have shown you what they really think about you. They've shown you what they really think about you. I've never seen the Democratic Party panicking like this, because they know it's over. They know it's over. It's too big. It's too big to rig. See? Now you got vote boxes being destroyed in certain states. What's that all about? They trying their best, boy. They are trying their best. But it's not working. Why? Because black folk are woke. They say, well, we're going to blame the black men the reason why Kamala Harris didn't get elected. Well, you might as well blame a large portion of black women too, because they are not voting for Kamala Harris. See, you have to put the truth in proper perspective. It's not about what you feel. It's logic. Who would be better? Who would be best to be fit to be a president? Just like in football. That's why you have football tryouts. That's why you have football camp. We need the best athletes for every position. Who's going to help carry this team to the championship? Let's continue.
Susan, what do you think? The former First Lady's speech was emphatic and powerful on behalf of women, but she had a very direct message to men about why they needed to vote with their wives, sisters, mothers in mind.
She did, and I agree with Christina. She's a fantastic surrogate. I would say she's the top Obama surrogate, I'd go as far as to say. But what was so important about what Michelle Obama said in that speech is she wasn't afraid to use language about women and talk about menopause and things we're not supposed to talk about, and PAPs and all of these other things. She made it very real and relatable and said to the men, you're women, the women in your lives, whether it's your sister, your wife, your niece, your daughter, healthcare should be your top priority for them, and that's why this election is so important. This is about taking care of your family. We take care of our family in many ways. Yes, we do it economically, but we sure are there for when they need us and when it comes to their health care.
But see, Trump is about that too. How has Kamala Harris been about health care? How has Kamala Harris been about doing what's right? Let me know about her policies. Don't worry, I'll wait. I'm still waiting. You have it. You have it. She has no policies. She has no policies set in stone. But you listen to the rhetoric. You listen to what we're hearing. Continue.
I thought that message was just so powerful.
All right, let's switch gears and talk about. So we've had General Kelly come out and say that Donald Trump, and Kelly was Trump's longest-serving chief of staff, came right on out and said that the man's a fascist. Vice President Harris is asked by Anderson Cooper, this is what he said, do you agree? She said, yes, he's a fascist. But here, as a result of that, Speaker Mike Johnson and Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell put out a rare joint statement where they took the vice president to task. It says the top two Republicans accused Harris of fanning, quote, the flames beneath a boiling cauldron of political animus, and they said her words in recent days were, quote, seem to dare it to boil over.
With all these people coming out that Kamala Harris has paid, from Cardi B, Beyonce, Magic Johnson, oh man, the list goes on, okay? And this is the disrespect. This is where the disrespect really comes into play. Okay? This is where the disrespect really comes into play. You having all these celebrities come out, black celebrities at that. Think about it. Well, we pay these black celebrities to come out and speak to the black people, and that's going to get the black votes. How disrespectful is that? Is it me, or am I the only person that see this shit? Like, for real, for real. It's a slapping black people's face. Well, we bringing out all your public black figures that you follow. We can use them to get y'all vote. But the people that have been doing the research are saying that's not going to help. That's not going to work. We know now. we can see clearly now that the rain is gone. We can see all of the obstacles in our way. And it's a brighter day. It pays to be woke. It definitely pays to be woke, people.
Irony is dead, Christina.
Well, everything that the Republicans say, every accusation is a confession. Donald Trump has called the vice president a fascist and a communist and a Marxist, and the list goes on, the insults. We know that that's what he's known for. We also know that tomorrow he'll be going to Madison Square Garden to have a rally similar to the one that Hitler had in 1939. We know that he keeps going to location after location where there have been murders and, egregious things that have happened, racist incidents that have happened where people have either been injured or killed. That is where he chooses to set up shop.
That don't make no damn sense at all. Here's the thing. Where Trump goes to set up shop, or in places where he can do his campaign and do his rallies. Stop that. I guarantee you, if there was a door open for Kamala Harris to come to Madison Square Garden, she gonna go. Let's call it for what it is instead of bashing that man. That man has done more footwork than Kamala Harris. How you know where the Democrats are failing? Look at all the black celebrities they got coming out. Look at all the black celebrities speaking. Have you seen any black celebrities speaking out for Trump? Go ahead, I'll wait. No, you haven't. You have not. But yet, the Republicans ain't hurting. The Republicans are just sitting there quiet, watching, observing. Watching, observing the Democrats scattering around like roaches. You know when you cut the light switch on, roaches, they scattering, looking for a place to hide. That's the Democrats in this season. They're showing you. Then you got the news media chopping up videos. The more you try to discredit Trump, he makes more money and he gains more voters. Have y'all figured that out yet?
He is no longer just dog whistling. This is an explicit dog bark. He's letting his supporters know. He has incited violence, not once, not on January 6th, but many times when he wants people to go out after his rallies and take back America. It is clear what he has been doing and what he plans to do. He has said it. So I think it's quite rich that...
It is clear what Kamala Harris plans to do. It is very clear. And like I said it once, I'll say it again. Kamala Harris gets to the White House, black men are fucked. Black people too. Let's be clear.
Mr. Johnson and Mr. McConnell have the audacity to try and put this on the vice president when she's merely articulated a reality that Donald Trump, he himself, has laid out.
Right. And Susan, let me give you the last word real fast.
Yeah, I think it's just about self-preservation for Speaker Johnson. He wants to keep his job. This message of Trump being a fascist is hitting down ballot races and affecting turnout. And Mitch McConnell, it's about legacy. He wants to go out taking the Senate. This is hitting home, and you can tell because those two, who really don't like each other, were together on the one point, and it wasn't about supporting Donald Trump. It was about keeping or getting Republican majorities.
Right, and slamming the vice president in the process. Susan Del Percio, Christina Greer, thank you both very much.
Here's my thing on that. My take is that the time is coming. Time is coming. You know, and we're seeing it now. We're seeing a different side of Donald Trump that most have not seen before. a humble, peaceful, ready to get this thing cracking type of Donald Trump. Look at the energy that he has at his rallies versus the energy that Kamala Harris has at her rallies. Have you noticed Kamala Harris have all these black celebrities come out and speaking on her behalf? You've noticed at Donald Trump's rallies, you don't have no black celebrities coming out speaking. What does that tell you? And each and every black celebrity that Kamala Harris has coming out, they're reading from a teleprompter. So what does that tell you? That entails that everything is scripted, bruh. It's scripted. Everything Trump does at his rallies is off the dome. I want to show y'all another clip. I want to show y'all this. Peep this out.
All right, guys, full camera.
Right here, keep commenting. Nice.
President Trump, you said the other day that hard or the military could be used on election day. Can you be more specific about what that would look like?
Any questions?
So RFK Jr. said that you promised to control the public health agencies if you were to win. Is that accurate?
I can't, you have to speak loud.
Sir, RFK Jr. said that you promised to control the public health agencies if you were to win. Is that true? Is that accurate?
Well, we'll work with him, and he's a very talented guy. He wants women's health, he wants health for people, and we're going to work with him. He's a very, very talented guy. He's a friend of mine.
President Trump, the other day from the Democrats calling you halftime.
I think the Democrats have done a very poor job. We're leading in every state. We're leading big, and I think that the comment made by...
Let me stop right there. Donald Trump is telling it like a TI is. They're leading. The news and media is not going to tell you that. They just got, a news media just got caught the other day with the voting polls. And because several of good Americans that have been doing their research caught that and exposed that and spoke on it, then they double back and say, oh, it was an accident. No, y'all knew what y'all was doing. So y'all was told to do something and y'all did it, thinking no one was going to catch it. See, it goes back to men and women been doing their research during this whole time. And the evidence is showing. The evidence is showing you each and every time. Kamala Harris can't answer a question to save her life. She's not fit to be a president. Now, to be a puppet, yeah, I can see that. Oh, she fit to be a puppet. Read from the script. Don't say nothing. Don't think nothing. Do as you're told. That's why they're trying to push, but it's not working. See, Trump ain't no puppet. Trump ain't no simp. Trump gonna get down and he gonna get in the trenches. This is what we're seeing. I'm not gonna sit up there and turn a blind eye to the truth. Nah, player, we're gonna sit up there and we're gonna call that thing out. It needs to be called out. Kamala Harris told you what she not gonna do for blacks, and you still vote for her anyway? Something wrong with you. And for a large number of black women, I have to go there with it. You ask, why are you voting for her? Because she's a woman. That's it? That's not good enough. What about policies? We know your track record, and your track record isn't so damn bright. You've been in the White House for what, 3.5 years? And you ain't done nothing. Trump been in the White House before. He done something. Democrats are scared. They scared of what's going to happen next. That's why they trying to create chaos and division. Because they got to work on something back here. They got to form something back here. So if there's enough chaos and division to keep your focus, you're not smart enough to worry about what's going on back here. And see, that's what they got wrong. Because the intelligent black men and women were doing their research and say, wait a minute, something's not right about this. Something smells fishy. And we have to get down to the bottom of it. I mean, this is the first time this has ever happened where you had those that have been voting Democrats for so long, all of a sudden now shifting over to the Republican Party. You've never had that before. Because we all know what Lyndon B. Johnson said. Who he would have voting Democrats for 200 years. We know we know who said that. And now the blacks are waking up and they're seeing it for what it really is. They're seeing how y'all really move. And they're saying, hell no. This is the first time in history where those that have been voting Democrat shift gears and go Republican. Y'all know what I said last time. You're not voted in, you're selected in. Trump is about to be voted in. Democrats don't like that. So they're trying to do whatever they can. They trying to spin narrative. You can stop spinning narrative because black folk are woke. You can stop with the black celebrities. Black folk are woke. You can stop with the copy and paste policies. Black people are woke. You can stop with the threats and the manipulation tactics. Black people are woke. Like I said, I'm not going to keep y'all too long. I'm going to let this play out, and then we're going.
Really both of them, because there are really two of them, about being garbage, maybe 250 million people. They shouldn't be talking. That's like deplorable for Hillary. This is the deplorable for Hillary. And I think this is worse, actually. For Joe Biden to make that statement, it's really a disgrace.
He said the other day that the military could be used, that the military or the National Guard could be used on election day if necessary. Can you explain what you mean by that in the details?
I don't think they'll have to be used. I think we're going to have a big victory. And I think 250 million people in this country are going to be very happy because we're going to bring the country back. We're a nation in decline, very, very serious decline. And we're going to bring our country back.
Did you know that Elon Musk was in close contact with President Putin? Did you know about this? Did you know about Elon Musk calls and close communication?
I don't know. Elon is a great guy. He's one of our geniuses, and we have to protect our geniuses. We have to take care of our geniuses.
There's a report that you...
I love Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico loves me. I don't know anything about a comedian. I love Puerto Rico. Nobody's done more for Puerto Rico than me. I took care of them when they had the big hurricanes, and nobody gets along better with Puerto Rico and the Puerto Rican people than me. They love me and I love them. What? I don't know anything about the comedian. I don't know who he is. I've never seen him. I heard he made a statement, but it was just a statement that he made. He's a comedian. What can I tell you? I know nothing about him. I don't know why he's there. You put comedians up, and I guess he went on earlier in the show. I don't know who he is.
Did you think he'll campaign with you? Is Steve Bannon going to campaign with you now that he's on a
I don't know, but I think he's a terrific guy. I think he was treated very unfairly.
Mr. President, you've been talking about Democrats cheating. Could you imagine any circumstances under which you would be defeated but not say that the election was stolen?
If it was a corrupt election, that could happen. But so far, we're doing pretty well. They found a lot of smaller things in Pennsylvania, as you know, and I think they've been corrupted and taken care of. They were corrupt. They were corrupted, and I think it's been taken care of.
On that subject, you called for law enforcement to investigate. I was going to say, do you anticipate to declare victory on election night?
I hope that we're going to declare a victory. I mean, they spend all that money on machines. Paper ballots cost you 8% of what a machine costs. 8%. And it's encrypted paper, it's watermarked paper, it's very secure. Your elections would be over at 10 o'clock, and that's when you can announce something and there would be no question. And we're not talking about more money, we're talking about a tiny fraction of the money. You want paper, ideally, you want one-day voting, and I think it's just very important. You have to have the country and you have to have voter ID, and you have a great election. And you're talking about 8% of the cost. It's like very sad when you get machines, you pay all that money, and they talk about 3 days later. I think we're going to have a big enough victory to maybe have it that night.
You cannot make this shit up. You cannot make it up. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't make this up. He's out there talking with the people, the press. Do you see Kamala Harris talking with the press? Do you see Kamala Harris with that same energy as Trump has? No, you don't. You don't. What more proof do you need is right here. The proof is right here.
You should always have it be, every night. If you look at France, 38 million votes. At 10 o'clock in the evening, it was over. All paper ballots, all voter ID, one-day voting, and it was over. How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden.
Brother Trump, you...
That right there. Trump taking out the trash. That shit right there. That's what's up. That's what's up.
You asked for law enforcement to investigate in Pennsylvania. If they find no evidence of cheating, will you accept the result if you lose?
I guess they had quite a few ballots, 2,600 ballots where the same person was signing.
But if they find no evidence of cheating, will you accept the results?
Pennsylvania, sure. Oh, if they find no evidence of cheating anywhere, I'll accept the results. I hope that's going to be the case. A win, lose, or draw, I hope that's going to be the case.
Sir, in West County.
Now listen, I have to do something because Brett Favre is a great guy. He just endorsed me, and he's very important at this moment. I mean, he's got a little problem for himself, and I thought it was very brave that he came out. And I want to go over and see Brett Favre. We're all going together. I assume you're going over. I'm going to make a speech. We're going to then try and beat the weather out because we have some bad weather coming in. But I just wanted to let you know that 250 million people, that's what I think the real number is for making America great again. 250 million, the real number. They don't think in terms of garbage, okay? They don't use terms like that. And it's a shame. And Joe Biden should be ashamed of himself if he knows what he's even doing. And she should be ashamed because she shouldn't let him do it. She's the vice president, but I assume she's acting as the president. She should never have let that happen. I hope you enjoyed this garbage truck. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Brad.
There it is, right there. So, with that being said, hey, go be the best version of yourself that you could possibly be. Take that with you and go be great. We're doing it. We're doing it. Cannot be making this shit up. We can't be making it up. Y'all heard it for yourself. You heard it for yourself. And with that being said, I do want to play this one video. Nah, I'm not. I'm done cooking. I'm going to let everything be breezy and be tasteful. I cooked enough. Until next time, my wonderful people, continue to stay woke,